field. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the the 44-yard line.
Detroit! Gone!
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Good job. There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
Now Jackson on second down, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Boy, CD Mack, just from day one, he's looked so good in a Bears uniform, literally and figuratively. And some Raiders fans watching this saying, I wish we had him on our team.
Yeah, just about every Raiders fan saying he looked a lot better in silver and black. Why don't we still have him? But in Chicago, immediately comfortable, fit right into their defensive scheme. They said, go get the passer, and that's exactly what he's done. Leonard Floyd, another first-round pick coming from the other side.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 5 yards. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the shotgun is Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 13, and he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. For the Chicago Bears, Charles, it's kind of the dust settles on this season. How do you think that they will remember it? Because right now, the fresh wound is there with the missed field goal. We get that. But this is a pretty good season they just had.
It certainly has been. Remember, they were last in the NFC North in 2018. They won.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. C.J. Mosley coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Miller with it over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Trubisky now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Well, So Chicago first down. The former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now it's Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Hey, 18. Red,
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. But exciting week with a divisional round coming up on the NFC side of things, Charles. Dallas at L.A., the Rams, Philadelphia at New Orleans. What do you think?
Well, I can't wait because Dallas at the Los Angeles Rams, the Rams feel like they've gotten their mojo back down the stretch on offense. Dallas feels like they can pound and bruise against anyone with Ezekiel Elliott carrying the load. That's going to be a marquee game. And how about Philadelphia and New Orleans, the defending Super Bowl champs? Here comes Nick Foles again. New Orleans, the #1 seed at home. They don't lose at home in the Drew Brees, Sean Payton era in the playoffs. This is going to be fun. Remember, they played earlier this year, and New Orleans wiped out Philadelphia.
We'll be calling that game. Enjoy it, partner.
Can't wait.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Collins looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he get
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Parkey adds the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up. Past the 40-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now that we sit in the postseason, let's talk about some of these awards we've been hitting on all year, Charles. MVP, what do you think?
Well, I think it's going to come down to Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback at Kansas City, Drew Brees, quarterback New Orleans, and Aaron Donald, the defensive tackle for Los Angeles Rams. I ultimately think that Mahomes wins this award. I think he distanced himself late in the season from Brees, and it's hard for a defender to win the MVP.
Rookie of the year, Barkley, or does Mayfield have a shot?
Personally, I would give it to Barkley because he's been there all 16, but Mayfield made Cleveland relevant, put them in a position where maybe we were even talking about the playoffs, and boy, the excitement level has really ramped up. I would not be surprised at all if he walked away with the award.
Lastly, what about Coach of the Year? Does Frank Reich have a shot after starting 1-5 in Indy?
He should be in that conversation, shouldn't he? But I think ultimately it comes down to Matt Nagy in Chicago and Anthony Lynn with the Los Angeles Chargers. I think Nagy's going to win it because the Chargers were picked in preseason to actually win their division or contend. The Bears were not.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 20. On the touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
You see it?
Out of the gun, Trubisky got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys are going to take over at...
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Prescott looks to throw on first, eluding the pressure right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz, and it wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On 2nd down, Jackson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 18 yards on that one. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. A 1st carry now for Alex Collins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. His 1st catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. The Dallas Cowboys so good at home this year, 7-1 during the regular season. That helped earn them the NFC East title. So they come home, they beat Seattle. Now, though, they go on the road for a much tougher test.
It is indeed a much tougher test. The Los Angeles Rams, a defensive front led by Aaron Donald, who many think could be the MVP of the league this season. And since 1996, the Dallas Cowboys are 0-5 in the divisional round, so they're trying to take on history as well.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Brandon Carr there to make the stop. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Prescott from the gun on third. And that's caught by Beasley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Prescott to throw it. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A first down carry by Elliott. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here come the Ravens. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. David Irving able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Jackson looking to throw on third. He's got Snead. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first and goal. On first and goal, Collins. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to third and goal. They'll try and run for it with Collins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens are in for 6. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll let it fly for Austin. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half. Prescott flushed out right. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
All right, now.
On 2nd down, Collins shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Well, they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now a give to Collins. And he'll go down at the 28. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Collins. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This is Collins on the handoff. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Alex Collins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And down he'll go at the 25. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Prescott on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brandon.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it.